everybody, this is South Florida Garden Girl, and today I'm going to show you how to start tomatoes. Um, Tomatoes are pretty easy to grow. You can even grow them inside, but they have to be started outside most of the times. The seedlings, start them inside and then transport them outside. So today I'm just going to quickly show you how to do that. Very simple. Here I've got some little tomato seeds. These are beefsteak tomatoes, some water, some little pebbles, and I'll show you what I do with the pebbles. Some potting soil here, and two sets of cups. These solo cups here. The one on the inside, I put three little drainage holes, and they'll fit into the second cup. So there's two of these, and they're for drainage, as I said before. So the first thing you want to do is get some potting soil, which, as you know, you can get that at any gardening store, Home Depot, Lowe's, or wherever you go. You go to get your gardening stuff. So the first thing you want to do is get the cups that have the holes in them. And I've got two sets here. So you just basically fill them up with the potting soil, as I'd like to fill them right up here. So it's a bit messy, but we'll get it done. It's all the way up there. And the second cup. Let's stir up the dirt here. It's a little bit overcast today, so the lighting's not very good. But as much soil as I can fit into here. Yeah, sometimes it gets a little bit messy. Okay, all right. So here, both our little plastic cups here are full. Kind of break up the soil, it's a bit clumpy. Okay, so the next thing that you do is to get the second cup that I showed you, and these cups don't have any drainage holes. See? So what you'll do is you'll just simply put the cups that have the drainage holes in the soil into the ones that don't. But before you do, put three little pebbles at the bottom here. Here's the third one. Because what you need to do is to create like a little space or a vacuum, so that when you water your plant, the roots of the plant aren't sitting in water, because that would be bad for them. It may even kill them. So you just need three of these little pebbles, and I got these at the dollar store. I was doing a decorative piece, like arts and crafts stuff. I like to do that from time to time. So you just put three of these in there and then put your cup. So now they have drainage. So the next thing you want to do is to actually put your seeds in. And here I've got these little tomato seeds, as you can see. So what I will do is, when I plant seeds, I tend to put two seeds in a hole, just in case one of them doesn't germinate. So I'm going to do that here. I'm going to plant right here. I'm just making a little hole at the bottom here of the dirt, not very deep, but just deep enough so I can cover the seeds when I get them in there. Just make a little pit like in the center of the cup, and then I'll get two seeds. I'll just look for the healthiest ones, just put them in my hand here. They're kind of small, so be careful. If it's windy, you'll have to try to do this in an area that's not very windy. And here what they look like. They're pretty small, but I'm going to pick out the ones that I think are the healthiest, and I'm going to drop them in the holes. Two there. Okay, I'm just picking the biggest ones here, and drop them in. And then you just cover them over with the rest of the potting soil. Okay, I need to try not to waste the seeds here. These are precious little baby tomato trees here. Okay, so now I cover them over like that. Oh, there's a piece of, oh, this is a big piece of stick here. All right, so they're covered over. Now, if you have grow lights, well, I have a set of grow lights because I've planted a bunch of stuff before in the past, and you can get grow lights on Amazon. That's usually where I go to get a lot of my stuff. So if you have grow lights, you can, when the plants, you know, come up, you can put them under the grow lights until they're about maybe 2 or 3 inches tall, or you see them actually beginning to look like tomato trees. And then what you would do is, before you actually transplant them outside, you would bring them in the daytime out in the patio or on the balcony if you've got one, to harden them off for a few days, to just to get them used to being outside before you actually transplant them. You can also just grow them indoors if you like. If you live in a climate that's very cold and you don't get a lot of sunlight, then yeah, you're gonna need grow lights. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just put a little bit of water on these guys here. After you plant them, of course, they'll need water because this will help them to germinate. And the water will drain out the bottom. As soon as it gets all the way down, you'll be able to see better. The water will come out the bottom. It hasn't started dripping yet, but it will. And that's why it's important to make sure you've got your drainage holes there. So the soil is nice and moist now, so what I'll do is I'll just put the date if anywhere on the cup, or if you have one of those little plant stickers, you can stick them in there to just to remind you when you planted them, when you seeded them, and put them someplace safe in your house, in the windowsill, or under grow lights if you would like. And basically that's how you start the tomato seeds off. So when these guys are about 2 inches or more tall, I'll bring you back and I'll show you how to harden them off and how to transplant them. I'll be putting them in containers. I have a garden, but for some reason, I just like putting them in containers. So I'll bring you back when the time comes, and then we'll see how that's done, and we'll just watch them grow from there on. All right, so that's it. Stay tuned. Ciao.